Good morning, Sprinkles. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful day. It's kind of rainy and ucky here, but that's all right because it smells good in the kitchen. I'm going to flip the camera around and show you. I had to do a little bit of prep work before I could join you online, and that was mostly making the strawberries. So they are simmering here. Okay, I want you to notice all this liquid in here. I did not add that liquid. That's what came out of the strawberries. The only liquid that went into here was a tablespoon of water and 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. All right. So I actually want to remove that from the heat now. Isn't that lovely? Ooh, fogged up my lens. There we go. All right, let's go over to our counter, okay? All righty. So today we are making the golden Oreo strawberry cheesecake bar. I think it was Brenda who asked me earlier this week if I ever make pie crusts, to which I answered as little as possible. And this is a good example of what I do instead, is using the Oreos as a crust instead. All right, so here's our recipe. If you're already on my mailing list, you should have gotten the recipe bundle. If you're not on my mailing list, you can sign up and you will get the recipe bundle that includes this recipe. And we'll be making a different recipe from the bundle each week for the next few weeks, okay? Alrighty, my oven is already preheated at 350 degrees. And today we are using the food processor, okay? Everything is going to be done in this. No mixer today, just the food processor. All right, so we need 24 golden Oreos. You guys, I had to hide these because these are the Oreos that Aiden likes. So yeah. I also have to say that I bet that this recipe would be really good with the lemon Oreos. So, all right, so we need 24 total golden Oreos. We're putting half of them in here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, and then we're gonna pulse it just until they form crumbs, okay? I know I said pulse and then I did something different. Do as I do, not as I say. That's the opposite of what you normally hear from people, right? Okay, and to this, we are adding 3 tablespoons of melted butter. I'm wishing that I used my Ninja to do this, just because it's a smaller bowl. Like there's almost too much space in here for this stuff, but it's good. There's what it looks like, okay? So it's a wet, crummy mess right now, which is exactly how you want it. Okay, we're working in an 8x8 pan again. Hi, Carol. Thanks for watching. Who else is there, you guys? Say hi. So we're pressing this down. Don't worry, I scrubbed up my hands really, really well. All right, so we've got that. I'm gonna tilt you down a little bit so you can see better. I know it means cutting off my own head, but that's all right. Hi, Brenda. Good morning to you. Okay. Now that we've lined that with the tin foil, your recipe does say parchment paper in it, but I pretty much just always use tin foil for this part. It's a heavy duty tin foil so that it won't tear when I go to lift this out of the pan when it's done. Oh, I'm just spreading that around. And I need to get gloves. If you notice, I had to cut my fingernails off. They were getting annoying. But it's weird to adjust to having no fingernails after having long fingernails. Okay, so we're pressing these down. So who made the lemon blueberry or the blueberry lemon pie bars last week? Did it go well for you? I can't remember who it was. So if you're watching, tell me. But I had the most amazing experience at the Torchlight Parade on Thursday. You know, I was just walking along looking for my group of people, and this wonderful woman comes running up to me with her pan, and she's like, I just had to show you that I made them, and they're fabulous, and my friends are loving them. And I was like, oh my God, that's awesome. And I did ask her name, but I have since forgotten it, and I apologize for that. But that was very cool to see that somebody had done it and that they felt good about it, and they were sharing them with their friends. So, okay, we are going to put this in the oven and bake it for 5 minutes. Oh, did I show you? In case you couldn't see on the counter. There we go. Oops. Gosh, that's annoying. Anyway, okay. So this next part in the recipe, oh, what's Brenda say? I did. My son and daughter-in-law love them. I'm so glad to hear it, Brenda. That's awesome. Okay, so this next part is the part that I did before coming on camera with you, simply because it takes about 15 minutes, and I didn't want to have to try and fill 15 minutes with random chatter, right? So anyway, okay, so what I did is I cleaned my strawberries, I cut their tops off, and then I used my Pampered Chef egg slicer, berry slicer, to slice them into thin strips, okay? And then I just threw them into the pot. And then on top of those, you throw in a tablespoon of sugar and a tablespoon of water and give that a stir around, okay? This is the part that I'm afraid maybe I didn't word real well, but like you want to bring it to a boil, which is weird because there actually isn't any, there's not much liquid yet, okay? But having added the sugar to those strawberries is going to cause them to juice and they make their own liquid, okay? So you basically just want to heat it up quick and then bring it down to a simmer, alrighty? And I showed you first thing on the camera what the simmer looks like, okay? Remember, a boil is big bubbles, which you're not going to get, so I wish I had phrased that differently. Perhaps I'll go in and change that. And then a simmer is little, constant bubbles, okay? And I let them simmer covered for 10 minutes. Okay, that helps with the juicing process and everything. And you want to open it up and stir it around every once in a while. After the 10 minutes, I combined my lemon juice and my cornstarch, and then I added that into the simmering strawberries. And I continued to simmer them with the lid off for, you know, I think I wrote down a minute here. That wasn't quite enough. So it was probably 3 to 5 minutes that I let it simmer with the lid off. Okay. So that's where we are now. Okay, so now we're gonna place the strawberry mixture in the food processor and pulse until smooth. Okay, I am going to switch to my smaller blender for this, I think. Let me look at the quantity here. Yeah, I definitely am. Hold on a second. This is my smoothie blender. Hi, Sarah. Good morning. And good morning to Clara. Clara's probably my youngest viewer. How old is she now, Sarah? Okay. Can you see it? I'm gonna pour that in here. This is really supposed to be a one blender recipe, or one food processor recipe, but that other one was just too big. You know me, I'm so used to doubling everything that I tend to go for my big equipment right away. And I'm not doubling this one. So all this did was, you know, break up any strawberry chunks that were left. Oh, this looks so delicious. Okay, guys, this right here, there are so many uses for this. Let it cool and use it as a filling for stuff. Ice cream topping. Add it to lemonade. Oh, it's so good. All right, and we're just gonna pour this into here until we need it. Oh, our crust is ready to come out. Doesn't look a whole lot different because the Oreos started out golden. Alrighty, set that aside. 10 weeks old Clara is. My goodness. I'm just rinsing this out real quick. Just rinsing out the strawberry, which by the way is not crucial. okay? You could go on to the next step with that still in there, and you'll just have, you know, pink colored cheesecake part. Okay. That goes back on there, that goes in there. By the way, I love my Ninja, okay? I have smoothies every morning for breakfast, sometimes for lunch too. Just because I'm lazy sometimes, but it's so good. It works so great. It chops up ice with no problem. Okay. Cream cheese, 8 ounces of cream cheese. Guys, I've gone back to Philadelphia. A couple weeks ago, I tried the other cream cheese for Lane's birthday cheesecake. Everybody ate their one slice, but nobody had seconds. So that lets me know that it was not good enough, right? Okay, hang on a sec. Yeah, California's calling me. Alrighty. I'm purely doing this to make life easier on my blender. Cutting it in half and putting it on either side, okay? See what I mean? What next? Sour cream. We are doing 1/3 cup of sour cream. Or you could do 1/3 cup of creme fraiche. That's a little harder to find though. So I'm just measuring out 1/3 cup of cream cheese. Guys, it just feels weird to me to work in such small quantities. Okay, 1/3 cup of sour cream into the blender. What's next? Ew. Oh, I just put my hand right in that. Yep. The remaining sugar, so it's 1/3 cup of sugar, which I know I put out here somewhere. And the vanilla and an egg. Vanilla. Hi, Sarah. Other Sarah. There's cousin Sarah on and friend Sarah on. So thank you, guys. Okay. How much? 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. Right here. I only have clear vanilla on hand right now, so we're just going to use that. That's what I use in my buttercream to make sure it comes out really white. Okay, and 1 large egg. I hate it when there's like 1 egg left in the carton. I'll probably have that for lunch, I guess. I don't know why it bothers me. It's just my quirky little thing. All right, so everything is in there. This is our cheesecake filling. Mr. Forky. I'm sorry, I don't know why I sing about him every time I bring him out, but... All right, I'm scraping down the sides. So these are just bars. They're not a full-on cheesecake. So we're not going to have a real thick layer of cheesecake in our pan. So should I add this blender to the shopping list so you guys know which one I'm using? Or are you pretty set? Like, do you have a good food processor or blender at home already? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, on my website, I have put together some shopping lists as far as the items that I use for various different baking products. And so it's laurasbakingdelights.com, and then go to shopping lists, and you'll see it. And they are Amazon affiliate links, okay? Just so you're aware, I will get commission if you purchase through the link on my website. The other thing I do want to warn you about is with some of the stuff, like I just did the Amazon links for convenience sake, but for some of this stuff, Amazon's not the best price, okay? So shop around, all right? Okay. Now we're going to pour this on top of the Oreo crust. That pan is still a little warm. I'm going to Brenda, yes, what? Yes, you have a food processor, or yes, you want me to add a link to this one? Okay, just gonna pour this in. Nummy, nummy, nummy. God, that's beautiful. So we'll spread that out a little, get it to all the edges. Oh, yum, you guys. Lane's gonna be so surprised to get cheesecake twice within 30 days. Okay. What do I need to do next? So we're gonna pour half of the strawberry sauce over the top of the cheesecake. Use the remaining sauce however you wish. And I put in there, I like adding it to lemonade, so. All right, but you know what? I want to, yeah, that's right. You know what? I'm gonna use all of it. Because why not, right? Okay. I did that. Now I like to take a skewer and run it through that to kind of mix it in, marble it up. So pretty, so delicious. Cannot wait to eat these. Alrighty. Okay, so what happens now is that this goes into the oven at 325, so we have to reduce that, okay? Whenever I have to reduce the temperature a little bit, I open up the door and leave it open for a couple of minutes. That helps get some of the heat that's already out of there. All right. And now, let's go put this in the oven. Can you see the top? Okay, how long do I need to cook it for? 36 minutes. Okay. We're not done yet, though. I don't think we'll hang out for 36 minutes, but once it comes, okay, so you're gonna bake it until it's just slightly jiggly, okay? So if you wiggle the pan, the top of it moves like Jell-O, okay? And then you're gonna take it out of the oven, cool it on your wire rack. You want to crush your remaining Oreos, the last 12 Oreos, and then those will be sprinkled on top, and you push them in just a little bit into the bars so that so they stick, you know. And then you're gonna let it stand for at least 3 hours. All right, cheesecake is always better the next day. It gives it time to set up and solidify. Okay, so num num num. Okay, alrighty. So what we could have done, by the way, is we could have ground up all 24 Oreos right away, and then just only use half in the pan. That would have saved time and dishes, because now I'm going to have to go wash that out before I can do the Oreos in it. Brenda says, I have one, but that one looks nicer. So, you know, I was at my sister's house visiting her, and she has one of these that she makes smoothies in, and I was so impressed with it. I was just like, it's sitting at her kitchen counter. I went on Amazon and ordered my own. So, and it was there when I got home. So, which is awesome, right? All right. So I want to tell you a little bit about what else I've been doing this week. It's all fun and exciting stuff. As you know, I've enrolled in Digital Course Academy. So I am learning how to make digital courses. And I'm super excited to let you know that my first mini is available to you now on my Facebook page, okay? And it is for giant sparkly marshmallows. It's just a super easy, fun thing to do. They're great party favors. They're good for handing out for Halloween, great class treats, stuff like that. So easy. And it's just $8 for the class. And it's not too long, but I tell you my secret sauce in it. So there's that. So that's available right now. Yesterday, I was filming making these adorable little pretzel monster treats. All right. And that will be available soon. And then also chocolate covered Oreos. I'm taking off the ribbon so you can see what they look like and their bottoms. Okay, so that one will be available real soon too. Okay, definitely in time for you to make these things for Halloween. This afternoon, I will be filming pretzel wands and chocolate suckers. Okay, so you can look for those too. And like I said, these are just minis. They're just $8. You know, so no big commitment, but something fun to learn. And if you have littles, these are fun things to do with them too. All right, what else is coming up? Kids Bake Camp starts October 9th, which happens to be my birthday. And that's a 4-week course for those ages 8 to 13. I mean, if your child's outside of that by like a year, that's fine. Just use your best judgment, okay? They will, during the 4 weeks, we will do cookie decorating, making cake pops, cupcake decorating, and cake decorating. So it's a lot of fun. They have a really good time, and I get to teach them some skills. So that's cool. Let's see. Oh, the Halloween classes, the hands-on, in-person Halloween classes are on October 12th. You guys said that would work, so I hope you'll sign up. We're doing cupcakes with fondant, and please don't dismiss fondant, you guys. It's not as bad as you think it is, and there's a lot of cool techniques you can do with it, all right? It has kind of a marshmallowy flavor, all right? So it's nothing to be afraid of, okay? It also does not have that rubbery consistency that people tend to think of with fondant. So, So cupcakes, and then royal icing cookies, and then I am going to show you one design for a cookie with with fondant. So just because it expands what you can do, right? So those are a lot of fun. I do plan to offer digital versions of both of those classes too. So if you are not local or the time just really doesn't work out for you, keep an eye out for the digital version. And yeah. So I like having the ability to teach both ways, you know, like for example, I'm going to do a private cookie decorating class with a lady tonight, but we don't have enough time to do all the baking and cooling and all that stuff. So I've just recorded it and have sent that to her as part of her class with me. So that's pretty cool, this digital age we live in. I'm just noticing how terrible my hair looks. You guys get me in all forms, I guess. Anyway, okay. So, I've told you about the marshmallows, told you about the pretzels, told you about the Oreos, told you about pretzel wands coming soon, and chocolate suckers coming soon. Kids Bake Camp, Halloween cupcakes, and Halloween cookies. I think I've covered it all. So keep in mind, oh, this would be such a fun time of year to do this. We can do private parties. Okay, so if the class times that I'm listing for the hands-on classes don't work for you, let me know, and we can arrange a time that works for you and your friends, and I will come to you, or you can come here, or whatever. We can use the kitchen down at Kane Street. I can see if the church is available, stuff like that. But you can find all that information along with my hands-on classes, my online classes, my photo galleries, reviews, all that stuff. You can find that on my website, which is laurasbakingdelights.com. And don't forget, newly added is the shopping list. So it has the Amazon affiliate links to products I use. These are the actual ones that I own. Okay, but I will say that Amazon doesn't always have the best price. So if you're willing to actually go out and go shopping, you know, you might be able to find it at Target or Walmart or someplace like that for better. So anyway, I guess that's all. There's 28 minutes left on the timer, so I don't need to take up your time for 28 minutes. But as usual, I will share a picture of the final result. Okay, we'll talk to you later. Bye.